Hi, welcome to another video on the Subconscious Julia channel where we talk about subconscious reprogramming, manifestation, mindset, and creativity. And today I want to share with you one of the shifts that completely changed the way I think and the way I manifest. And it's the power of no and the power of actively rejecting the thoughts that you don't want anymore to entertain in your mind. So there's this idea in the manifestation world that the subconscious doesn't hear the no. So if I say, don't think of a pink elephant, probably some sort of pink elephant already showed up in your mind, right? That's true. The subconscious mind doesn't hear the no and only thinks in images. But there's this thing that comes from the book The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. He says the subconscious is listening to the conclusion that you get in your conscious mind. So if you're in your conscious mind, you come to the conclusion that, for example, you're not going to a party. That's what the subconscious gets. That's the image that receives. You're not going to that party. You're not saying that you want to go to the party. You're not seeing yourself going to the party. You're not going to the party. That's the conclusion. It can get that conclusion. So other metaphysical teachings like Emmett Fox and Connie Mendes, which is a Latin American author, they talk about the importance of first saying no to any thought that doesn't align with what you want, and then affirming what you want. And you can think about this like your subconscious mind is a garden. The limiting beliefs, assumptions, old stories that doesn't serve you are like weeds in this garden. And when we say no, I don't want to go this place anymore. I don't want to think these thoughts anymore. What we're actually doing is pulling the weeds off so we can have a place to plant the new seeds and have a beautiful garden in our mind. And that beautiful garden is what's going to be expressed in the outer world. So when we say, I'm not thinking this anymore, and we use repetition, that helps us to kind of like start pulling the weeds off. And then we affirm what we want. And that's how the subconscious then gets the message of what you want. Sometimes you have to state, this is what I don't want anymore. And now this is what I want. Think about it like a GPS. Like your subconscious is a GPS, but that needs repetition to get where you're going now. It has like an old story or an old address, and it's asking you, oh, we're going to this address? And when you see, no, that's the old story. No, we're not going there anymore. Now we're going here, right? Or it's like teaching a kid or a little child that learned something in the wrong way, and you gently say, oh, no, this is how it is. Because now you want the subconscious to learn a new thought, to learn a new way. The subconscious learned another way, which is the limiting thought. But the subconscious is not judging. It's just a thought, right? It doesn't say, oh, this is a negative thought or this is a positive one. It just takes what you accept as true in your conscious mind. So you in your conscious mind now are conscious and able to discern, okay, this thought is not helping me, so we're going to take it out. We're going to say, oh, I'm not thinking this thought anymore. Now I'm thinking this new one. So your subconscious can get the message, or the GPS can get the new address where you want to go. And sometimes we only focus our time in the positive affirmations, but I really found that it was so powerful for me to say, oh, I'm not thinking that thought anymore. And sometimes just by saying, I'm not thinking that thought anymore, I already felt a relief. I already felt that something was clearing and I felt better. And naturally, a positive thought showed up. Like, oh, I'm not thinking this thing anymore. And now naturally, something more positive, something that feels a little bit better shows up. And once you're aware of this, I encourage you to go, during your day. And when you spot a thought that doesn't feel good and you become aware of it, try to say this: oh, there's this thought. That's the old story. You know what? I don't have to believe in that thought anymore. I don't have to choose it anymore. You can say it, you don't need to fight with the old thought. You don't need to analyze it of, where it comes. I mean, you can do that kind of like deep subconscious reprogramming or going to your memories. But this is kind of like a fast revision of the thought. It's like a fast shift. It's like, oh, I don't want that thought anymore. And it's like understanding and becoming aware that we are not obligated to think that thought, that we can be free in our minds. And we set ourselves free by choosing what's the kind of thoughts that we want to have and entertain in our mind. So the no is so powerful. I encourage you to go through your day and say, oh, I'm not obligated to think this thought. I can choose something different. Just being aware of that option of knowing that you are the creator of your life by being the consciousness that can select what type of thoughts you want to entertain. I think that's one of the most powerful things that we can do as conscious creators. Just saying, oh, I don't need to, I'm not obligated to keep on thinking like my mom thought, or any friend or a teacher or nobody, right? If it doesn't feel good to you, and this is something that I also learned in the last years, and it was super wow, I really can't stop thinking any thought or stop believing any thought that doesn't feel good to me. I'm actually allowed to do that. I'm free to do that. I have the authority to do that. That's amazing. I don't have to be not a people pleaser, but a thought pleaser, right? Like saying yes to every thought, even if the thought feels bad. No, I can say, you know what? No, thank you. It's like a menu, and you have different options. Do you want the pizza or do you want the salad? And you can say, no, I don't want the pizza. I want the salad. Or I don't want the fish. I want the pizza. It's like you can choose. And saying no is a very key part of the process because it will help you clear the garden of your mind, make room for new thoughts, and it will do it in a very natural way and very fast way. So I hope this really brought awareness to you and inspiration to start, being just a little bit more aware, because it's not about obsessing around negative thoughts. I know that can be sometimes, it can be not so good. But just being willing to observe the thoughts that are not useful to you and say, oh, I don't have to believe that. Wow. And now I choose. I don't accept this thought anymore. And this is the new thought that I choose. So thank you so much for listening. And if you like this content, please you can comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being there. I love you. I appreciate you. And see you in the next video. And remember to keep it simple, have fun, and stay inspired. Bye.